Okay, and 20.8 is all about the debtor's estate. Okay, so we've talked about estates before. When a person passes away, an estate is a legal fiction that's created to stand in place of that person, holds all of the assets until it's distributed. The same thing happens in a bankruptcy case. A bankruptcy estate is created, and that estate becomes the legal fictional person that takes over all of those assets until it's distributed. The estate can be liquidated. Liquidated means to turn physical assets into cash. So you sell stuff. You sell a house. You sell a boat. You sell a car. That cash then becomes part of the bankruptcy estate. There's certain property that's going to be exempt. That's kind of a very narrow and specific area of law, but exempt property would not become part of the bankruptcy estate, and the creditors would not have access to those assets. The equity is another important term here. Equity is how much your house or an item is worth versus how much you owe on it. So if your house is worth $200,000 but you only owe $100,000, you have $100,000 in equity. That's what's considered how much you own versus how much the debtor, or I'm sorry, the creditor owns. Abandoned property is something that needs to be considered. The sales of property are something that need to be considered as part of the process, because it's not like you can just sell something. I mean, there are costs and fees associated with actually selling that as well. So the 20.8, just all kind of thinking about that estate that the debtor has.